Wait, hang on. Stupid. Urgh. What are you doing? Not you. Not you. The overlay sound said no. Let's try that again.
Okay. Take 2. Welcome back to Life in Blood Atlanta. I am your storyteller, Dengle. It's our normal night, normal time, so hopefully we'll be normal energy, which is still chaos. Joining me tonight.
I'm Cocia, and I play Beth.
Hi, I'm Buttons, and I play Shiloh.
Hi, I'm Nenavar. I play Steven.
And I'm Feyla. I play Tory.
Yes. So, we are through individual episodes. There is an Elysium happening. There is money laundering that will occur at some point. Hunters have invaded the city, and Tory knows of a white compound, effectively. That pretty much sums up the 4 weeks.
Was a rough. Well, the 2 nights in game were rough.
Yes, they were. Shiloh did not kill anybody and is getting punished for it. Beth did kill somebody and is getting rewarded for it. Steven saved somebody and got scolded for it. And then Tory didn't divulge a whole lot what happened. But she's barren, so she doesn't have to. Anyway, moving on. Tonight isn't gonna be our normal setup. We're gonna have a bit of a downtime. Give or take a month. So I'm just gonna kind of go around the table, as it were, the virtual table, unfortunately. And I'm gonna pick on my favorite person to pick on first. Buttons. What has Shiloh been doing for the last month?
What would Shelly be doing for the past month? She would be making sure contingencies are in place in case things go badly, which I hinted at at the end of Tory's episode over the table. That's just backup character contingencies. Always gotta have a backup. Anyway, in-game, she would also be continuing to work towards getting the proper permits lined up and continuing to save up so she could get a space for a local clinic. And she would also make good on her promise to help Tory set up a blood dead drop with her contact near the location that she'd requested.
Okay. So as far as the location for the clinic, that one is easy to track down. It's harder to get permits and purchase rights and all that fun stuff. However, given the area that you're trying to purchase, it's an old school is what you end up being able to purchase. So it's sizable enough. I mean, it's not huge. It was an old elementary school. But you are able to purchase that much. You don't have a whole lot extra to like do renovations and such, but you do have a little bit extra to like get basic supplies. Permitting, however, is the problem, which we will kind of circle back to that in just a second. See what else everybody else do. Second favorite, Cocia.
No, I'm not here. I ran away.
Yeah. What has Beth been up to for the last month-ish?
Beth is pretty simple and basic. Okay, so she is painting the flying banana and taking off the wing. She is going to paint it silver. I'm going to buy the Indian chief pike. However, I am going to be bad. I've decided Beth is not going to do black. She's going to do the tan and mint greeny color combination because, yeah. And how is Gramps' cancer treatments going? Did he end up beating it within this last month like he wanted? Or getting it to a standoff point?
Not quite.
Okay.
However, it is looking exceedingly well. He has made more progress in the last month than most patients do in a year. For extremely
Not suspicious at all.
Yeah, no, it's fine. They don't ask questions. They're just like, it's a miracle. However, speaking of painting and vehicles and all that fun stuff, Gramps has been working non-stop on that truck. That truck is ready.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to text everybody saying, truck's ready. Who wants to go for a drive? Puppies now have room in the back.
We don't all have to answer at once.
I was writing
Yeah,
something
everybody's
down.
mad at Beth. It's okay.
Tory will just respond with an affirmative and just a where do you want to meet? No. She's very busy.
Steven will send a thumbs up and just say, whenever you're ready, take it for a test drive.
Shiloh will probably send a text back. As much as I'd love to, it's probably not the best idea right now.
I mean, it's fine. She'll give everybody an hour or so and make her way around and pick everybody up. And we'll go get the dogs puppuccino.
How many dogs is Beth insisting on bringing? There is 6, 7,
lot.
8, 9, 10, 11 dogs?
At least splits. I don't know if we could actually fit all the puppies in there. Maybe the moms too, if they want to come and just be away from the puppies for a little bit.
They'd be a little over a month old at this point, so they'd be like pretty big.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
whichever ones.
Yeah, they're not all gonna fit.
I hope Alan the Thin Blood has been having a good time with them.
Yeah, if he could be sleep deprived, he would be. But yeah, no.
So the main 3.
Yeah. Tory gets some really weird looks because I assume that she's probably in the back with the dogs.
Hell yeah!
Yep. Beth gets some weird looks because it's like giant dogs in the back. Not necessarily small woman either. And Beth sitting up front with Steven.
We're awesome. Look at all this attention we're getting.
I mean, it is a nice truck. It's tastefully done. It's not overly loud. And it's not super bright, which is the important part. And it's not overly noticeable, minus being classic.
Yes. I don't know if we have went over this in game or not, but it's a Ford 101, right? Is that
Ford
right?
F100.
F1. Yes. All right. Thank you. And it is painted like a nice dark hunter green, and the back of the bed is like one of those old wooden beds. And Beth got like good cedar. So not only does it smell nice, it looks nice.
And it's scratch resistant, which is the important part.
Yes, for puppies.
Yes. So, is there anything else that Beth would like to attend to?
We can add this other one in there. She would like to start talking to Peter about starting the Kindred League, and we'll start playing football.
He just kind of looks at you and says, I mean, I'm willing to, but I don't know how that's going to work.
There's night games, right? We can play at night. It's not a big deal. We just need some light.
I thought that we were supposed to keep like a low key, but whatever. I guess.
Play with other Kindred. It'll be fine.
Yeah, just if you come up with some teams, let me know.
Okay. We just need like 2 to start right now.
Sure, we can start there, I guess. Yeah, anyway. And then Steven.
Okay, so does Steven know where Elysium is going to be taking place?
You have been given a location, yes.
So Steven's going to want to look into the building and start planning possible escape routes in case things go wrong. Especially since if Shiloh and Samal are coming with us.
Okay. You know this particular... It's one of Carissa's restaurants. It's one of the larger ones. It's just in Carissa's domain. Just outside of downtown. It is traditionally a French restaurant. Like French food. It's supposed to be like a 3 or 4 star restaurant. It kind of goes back and forth from year to year. But going to like public planning and all that fun stuff, you kind of get like blueprints of the building because you can absolutely do that. You find that it is 100% up to code. There are multiple escape routes. Nothing super crazy. However, it is on the 3rd floor. The bottom 2 floors... The bottom floor is actually a movie theater. And then the 2nd floor is a high-end, like, tailor and, like, department store. Is there anything else that Stephen would like to do?
He also, while looking into that particular restaurant, will want to look into other businesses Carissa owns.
It's mainly restaurants. She's got her 2 high-end restaurants. And then it looks like she actually owns a bunch of, like, traditional American food restaurants. Like a couple steakhouses, like cheaper steakhouses, a couple burger joints, a fried chicken place, and then like an old southern soul food place as well.
And depending on Johnny's initiative, I assume at some point during the month he's going to want to talk to Steven.
Yes, he will. However, we will get to that in just a minute, because everybody's going to have a little bit extra that you didn't plan on. Except for Tory. Probably.
Why do you say it like that?
Because I have a feeling that you're already going to talk to people that want to talk to you.
You mean like everyone?
Well, we already kind of went over the whole Dante thing. Which is one of them. Small will want to talk to you at some point, which I'm sure you probably want to talk to Small.
Yep. Yes, basically like everyone.
Yeah. So, Steven, if you don't have anything else, we will tackle Tory's list.
And, one more thing, Stephen would want to look into the hunters, see if there's any type of trail they would leave behind.
Okay. That one. Give me intelligence and streetwise, or charisma and streetwise if that's better for you.
Two successes.
Okay. You don't really get anything off of that. You get a lot of go ask the cops. They apparently know some stuff. But beyond that, like, you don't get a whole lot of useful information.
Yeah, that'll be about it for Stephen.
Okay. Then Tory.
Yes.
What all would you like to be doing over the course of the month-ish?
So much stuff. So much stuff. She is going to, through various times throughout the month, kind of make her way around the sprawl. And not quite hunt down the other kindred, but like make sure she knows roughly where they stay and that they are aware of where they can find her. Just a quick little like, hey, I'm Tory, if you don't know me, I'm the bear, and let me know if there's a problem, I'm here.
Okay. For the most part, you get a lot of, okay, cool, we'll try not to bother you. There is one particular person that you have a hard time tracking down. When you kind of approach him, he's like, no, go away, I don't want to deal with you, I don't deal with anybody. And if you don't go away, I'll get my elders.
She won't force the issue. She was just kind of figuring out where her problems might be.
Yeah. This particular one doesn't necessarily seem like a problem, but definitely seems like an isolationist.
Okay. Yeah, she's not going to bother them then.
Yeah. From all reports that you get, they this particular kindred is Ravnos.
Yeah, she's not going to make trouble there or anything. Not making trouble with anyone.
Okay. But yeah, no, you got a handful of pretty much everybody in your domain.
Okay.
Less than true, but they still got one or two.
Yeah. Yeah, just taking the steps to make sure she knows who's around and who might be a problem.
Yeah.
What
else?
That was part of the list. Hang on, let me pull up the rest of it. Check in with the touchdowns. Check in with Peter, make sure he's doing good. Work with Cameron to buy a motorcycle because she's sick of borrowing the car from Beth. And it's obvious that she needs to be driving again.
Yep. So, Touchstone and Cameron kind of go hand in hand. Cameron is more than happy to buy you a motorcycle effectively. Did we kind of go over, is it the one with the sidecar or not?
I mean,
like
having a sidecar would be nice, but it's definitely the Harvey XLCR, the one that's modeled after the Sportster.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we were saying
or the
right
Sportster's modeled after it, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, for those of you that don't know, it's the early 80s, mid 80s Harley Davidson. Small frame, still pretty quick for what it is. Nice bike. But yeah, Cameron hunts it down. Takes about 2 weeks to hunt it down. He has to go to North Carolina and get it. However, he comes back and it is actually running. It doesn't look super great. Got some rust spots on it. It's got a couple dents on it. But it's all stuff that Beth can take care of.
Yeah, she definitely asked Beth if she can help with that.
Yeah, sure, of course, anytime.
Thanks.
As far as your other touchstone, last you knew, did we discuss last you knew as far as where they were?
You told me they were fine.
Okay. So last you knew, they were in North Carolina on some sort of business, something. Didn't really
Well-
look into them super.
Both of them or just one?
Just one.
Okay.
The younger one, I believe.
There was Aaron, and then... Hang on. I forgot his name. Eric.
Okay. So, Aaron's the older one, correct?
They would have been roughly the same age, but Aaron is family.
Okay. So Eric is still kind of off doing their own thing.
Yeah, he was descendant from one of Tory's friends.
Yep. Safe. Actually, where'd she go? Anyway, she can still hear me. Actually, moving away from Atlanta. Like further away from Atlanta. Wasn't actually in Atlanta anyway. But even further away. Apparently they're going to like either Illinois or Indiana or whatever. So even further away from Atlanta, so away from crazy. However,
Good.
Aaron, you kind of do your little check-in and do like a background check and find out that they have recently applied to rent a place just outside of Atlanta.
Oh. Oh boy. She will keep her ears on that one.
Don't know exactly why. However, you do know that that is something that has happened.
They are already there or working on there? Working and getting
Working
there.
on it.
Okay.
Working on it. Yeah, you know that they've applied to like 4 or 5 apartment buildings. So,
Okay. Yep, definitely keeping an ear on that one. Sorry, I had to close the list. Let's see. We took care of the Barons. Oh, she wants to try and figure out what is going on with Nyx, because she hasn't heard from Nyx in forever, and check out how close to being finished the house for the Thin Bloods is.
okay, so as far as the house for the Thin Bloods and the secret Coterie house, both of them were specifically requested to be rush ordered. Effectively, like they just kind of pulled some extra duty, some long hours. They got them done. The structures were sound. They just need like gut and put stuff back in. Basically, it takes a minute, but it doesn't take super long.
Cool. Before she finds Nyx, then she will fill it. That wasn't muted. She will fill it with the things that we had talked about, including the one recipe, if Tory would have that.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why she wouldn't.
Okay. And then the note, which I wrote in there forever ago, basically just saying like building trust and it's a two-way street. Here's the first part of that.
So you kind of reach out to Nyx, and you don't hear anything for a couple days. And then you get a random call. Rather than like a text message or an email or anything, you get a random call. They're like, hey.
Hello.
I apologize. I know I've been quiet lately. I've been trying to work both sides for you. Apparently, I don't have to do that anymore.
Nope, apparently not.
Okay. Not gonna ask why, because it's not my business. I know where to stick my nose in. That's not where I should be sticking my nose in. Anyway, you wanted to talk with me. I understand that, and I don't think I have a whole lot of useful information for you. At least not now. I was trying to get actual good information for you, but stuff happened, I guess.
Fine, I just wanted to make sure, one, that you were okay, because, radio silence tends to mean a couple different things. Also, I have keys for you.
Oh, you do?
Yep. Finally is done.
Okay, do you have an address? I'll meet you there.
Yeah, she'll give the address. I think it's not super far from her old apartment.
No, it's not that far. So, yeah, I'll meet you in there and give me about an hour. I got something wrapping up on. But after I'm done here, I'll meet you over there.
All right.
So, on 60 minutes to the T, Nick come pulling up in the 30 passenger van that they were driving. About 7 thin bloods come popping out. They're like, Tory, yeah, hi.
Hi. She'll just toss Nix the keys.
That was simple. I expected the grandiose tour and all that fun stuff.
That's fine. I can do it if you want. It's the only set of keys, though.
No, it's fine. I mean, I like your style. It's straight to the point. Get to it. Let me introduce you to a couple people. Some people that you might actually want to know about. And in the meantime, they kind of walk up to the door, open the door, get everybody inside, and they go poking around. Kind of comment on hey, this is kind of nice. It's new. It's nothing super over the top, but it's nice.
Sorry, I'm back.
It's okay. But yeah, once everybody's kind of settled in, did their own little tour. Nick's so Tory or Baron Tory, I don't think you care about that.
Not really.
And kind of goes around the room. A couple of them don't really matter. She's so if you ever need a not Nosferatu to do some electronic work for you, Buddy over in the corner, and you see him, he looks like the perfect picture of a country hillbilly. He's Buddy is actually really good at that stuff. He doesn't look like it, but he's who I have do all of my electronic, both hardware and software.
Good to know.
His sister, which is, and kind of look around, sister's in the kitchen, looking in the fridge. She kind of pops up. You ain't even got any food in here. Yeah, she doesn't eat food. Anyway, her name's Marigold, or that's what she goes by. She's a really good mechanic. I know Beth's kind of your mechanic, but if she ever needs any help, tell you to get a hold of Marigold. If you can't figure it out, she'll figure it out for you.
Good to know. I'll put you in touch with her if you want.
Yeah, I mean, and like starts writing numbers down on a piece of paper and just kind of hands it over to you. Here's everybody's number. I mean, hand it out as you so see fit. It's your territory. It's your house. We'll all kind of be staying here, on and off.
Not large, but no one actually knows about it that I'm aware of. We did it as down low as possible.
Well, I appreciate that because right now we're kind of staying in an abandoned apartment. But anyway, and kind of started looking around. I was like, yeah, we got a dude that we call Mouse around here. Name's a dead ringer of exactly what he can do. He gets into places that he ain't supposed to get into. He doesn't know who his sire is, but I'm pretty sure it was a Nosferatu given things.
Fair enough.
And then he like pops up out of nowhere and he's got like big old buck teeth.
Hello.
Oh, hi. I heard you talking about me.
Getting introductions out of the way.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go explore outside, I guess. I don't know.
Your place, do whatever you want with.
Okay, thank you. And then Nick's kind of turns around. But yeah, he's an odd one. Anyway, we've also got our cook. We call them chef. That's what they want to be called. I didn't pick it. But yeah,
Cook.
no, they're our alchemist. Like we can all do it, but they're really good at it.
I see. They might enjoy something set up in the basement then.
Yeah, we all had a good time with that one. It's a bit sterile for most of what we do, I'm not gonna lie.
I just set up how I'm used to having my area set up.
Yeah. Nah, Chef does a lot of cooking in paint cans.
That's fine. I was just getting things ready for you.
I appreciate it. Mine, I kind of use a mortar and pestle. It's a process, but it usually works. But anyway, so yeah, if I see Chef, I'll send him over to you because I'm sure, given stuff that you set up downstairs, I'm sure he will at least be happy to like thank you.
That's fine. Text works too.
Yeah, I'm trying not to give them your number because they like to bother me. Damn sure gonna bother you.
Okay.
Yeah, over stupid stuff. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, no, if we need you, I'll get a hold of you. Otherwise, we'll kind of keep eyes and ears out. If we see anything useful, we'll let you know, okay?
That's fine. I assume that's how that was going to work anyway. And
Yeah,
you have the
I mean,
emergency number if there's actually an emergency.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if you can benefit from our alchemy.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
I
that
would
doesn't
offer
work
that.
on an actual not thin-blooded kindred.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, to be honest with you. I haven't really tried. I don't like to.
I would rather not poison myself with ingesting anything.
Oh no. We're all natural except for mouse. Don't eat mouse and stuff.
Noted.
Yeah, they like paint thinner and battery acid.
Nope.
Yeah. I use a lot of mushrooms and grasses. It's weird.
Whatever works for you.
At least Chef uses real food. Anyway, but yeah, no, we appreciate this. And again, I do apologize for kind of being out of the loop. it's just one of those, like, given what all was happening, I couldn't take a risk on your side and my side.
That's fine. Like I said, I just want to make sure you were actually okay.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll keep an eye out, or keep an eye on Spanx for you.
I assume you heard about Elysium.
Yeah, we're gonna stay as far away from that as we can.
Probably a good choice. Things are not gonna end well there, I assume.
I would just ask you not to do anything that will.
Oh, I don't mean there. I mean,
Bring
Carissa has
more.
it out for a couple people in my coterie. And people I know,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, I heard something about Shiloh. I don't know.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see what happens.
But yeah. Anyway, Yeah.
You said something
Not
about
gonna-
Spanx.
yeah, we'll keep an eye out on Spanx, because apparently he messed up a couple weeks ago or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Is everything okay there, or
Uh,
something need to be
we
taken
took care of the problem. There is now another kindred walking around. But that's fine. I'm dealing with him.
Okay. That's wonderful. Anyway. Yeah,
Cyril supposedly does not know about him.
I haven't said anything because I didn't have exacting reports, but since you know about it and he's not supposed to know about it apparently, I'll keep it from him because I still have to like report in.
Yeah, no, of course. Spanx didn't want to die, so...
I mean, that's fair. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to keep you too much longer because I know you're busy. But again, thank you. We will try to repay you as best we can. And if you ever need extra hands, just let us know.
I'm sure we will have plenty of work. I think Beth is doing something with a restaurant. I don't know what's going on there.
Maybe we can put Chef to work.
Hey, there'll be jobs available, I'm sure.
And they kind of let you go off to other business.
Off to other business. I'm assuming Peter's good.
Peter is good. He is adjusting extremely well,
Okay.
actually.
Does he have a place to stay? Because we need to find him a place to stay.
He does not technically have a place to stay. However, he has been staying in the upstairs apartment.
Right. He can, I guess, either continue to stay there or we can find him a place that fits within his budget of the new job, apparently.
I mean, he's fine with staying up there.
Okay. Do we need to find something that's his hoard? Or is he good with what he has?
He is working on that by himself.
Okay.
It seems to be very typical for apparently what he used to be. Sports memorabilia.
That's fine.
And apparently he is like taking interest in like local sports. Like hardcore.
Weird, but okay. She won't really question that one too much. Yeah, as long as he's good and doesn't seem to be having an issue for lack of things, we're good. Or going and stalking his ex. Gotta make sure about that one.
Yeah, no, apparently Peter quote unquote disappeared, and she moved back to wherever she was from.
Okay.
There's rumors that she was from like California. There was one that said she's from Washington. There's one that said she's from North Carolina, and another one saying that she's from like Maine. So
Okay.
Who
Tory literally could not care less as long as he is not going about stalking her.
no.
Good. Let's see. There's so much. So much. Let's see. So there's spending time with Winnie, getting hold of Cyril, and working with him a little bit. Seeing what research she can do with the Serpents of Light that she learned about. And then the blood sorcery stuff. And potentially bothering Larry about spot checking a certain thing she's going to delve into.
So, as far as conversation with Winnie, you show up at his place of employment, I assume.
Yeah, I assume she knows about it and like how to not draw bad attention to him.
So you show up, and it's actually a really slow night. You ask for him by name. He's like, yeah, hold on just a second. I'm sure he's probably pretty close to done with what he's supposed to be doing. So they
Can wait,
get on
no
the radio.
rush.
And they get on the radio. And it's like, Winfield, you got somebody up front. It's a woman. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. So he comes walking out and sees you and he's like, outside?
If you've got the time, I can wait if you need to finish things up.
No, I'll just take a half-hour break. It's fine.
Alright.
He is dressed in like a lab coat and waders. Just to
Okay.
kind of like, keep himself sort of clean. Goes outside, goes around back. So what's going on? Are you needing?
No, not right now. Soon, probably. Wasn't sure if you were at work or not, and I was out and about and close to the area, so. A lot has happened. I assume you got the messages.
I got some of them. Apparently Hughes is defecting, which is fun.
Yeah, we love to see that, don't we?
Yeah, it's wonderful for my kind and those that are like me, but not me.
Yeah. Yeah. There's gonna be a blood hunt for Shiloh and Samal.
That'd be heck of a way for somebody to like gain favor.
Yeah.
They can take down Samal of all people.
I'm gonna hope that's not the case. He seems to be in a mood right now.
Yeah, he returned his book, or all my books, and he seemed to be agitated.
Yep. I don't know how much. So much. I don't want to ruin your day if you have a lot of work left to do. So we can continue this conversation later, if you want.
No, I've got 2 more clients, and they seem to be pretty straightforward.
Right, Gregor's
Morning.
here.
Oh, that's great.
That's why he's in a mood.
That would explain things. It's are you okay?
I don't know. I'm just trying not to think about it right now.
Okay, I know you were his plaything at one point.
Yep. Yeah, he gave me a book.
Oh, great. I assume it was either Charles' diary or something to kind of lead you down a path that he started.
Yep. To the second one. I don't think it's Charles's diary, although I do have Charles' locket now.
Oh, wonderful. Did you destroy it?
No.
Kind of surprised.
Me too.
I would say that I would help you with whatever you need on that front. However, I think we both know that I'm about useless against that particular person.
I honestly don't know what to do there. I'm assuming he's going to be at the Elysium. Because apparently he's working for the cam now.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, really.
Yeah.
You should ask Samal about the fires.
Okay.
When they came through and kind of made us disperse.
Right.
Might shed some light on exactly who you're dealing with.
Okay.
And how he can defact so majorly.
Yeah, I just assume he didn't care about anything. His own experiments.
You're not wrong, but there's more to it.
Okay. I will be sure to talk to him about that. There's a couple other problems too, which is why I'm just haven't dealt with anything yet.
Anything I can help with?
Probably not, but I feel like you should know anyway. So you know Cyril, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, kind of working. I'm kind of working with him now. There's a long story there. He has a Methuselah in his basement.
Oh, that's great.
Or antediluvian. I don't know. It's a... Yep.
Which one?
Baron Samedi.
Methuselah, technically.
Yeah. That is what I meant to say.
Yeah. That's great. At least it's not like, I don't know, Great Worm.
Yeah, that would very much be a problem.
Yeah. But I think that one's still in New York, so.
Yep. Thought he was in torpor. Baron decided to have a conversation with me when I was down there.
Oh, great. So he touched you.
No, just mentally. I was a fair distance away, but apparently I lost at least 2 hours of time.
Good. If you lose any more time, let me know. I can't do anything to help it, but at least I can, take vacation time that they're making me take here in a little bit anyway.
It hasn't happened yet. There is this stupid whistling noise that fires my head sometimes, but I'm assuming that's related.
Probably.
Mostly when I was there, but... yeah.
I would give that place a wide berth if you could. Just my personal suggestion. You have your own free will, so you do as you so see fit.
Yeah, definitely not staying there again. Had to, at
You
least one
stayed
night.
there.
I had to, or I was going to meet the final dawn.
Oh, okay, well that's fun.
Yeah,
Good
after
choice.
I lost the time, it ended up being almost dawn. So I didn't have a time to get anywhere else.
That's fair. You heard there's hunters in the city.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Stephen was in the middle of that one.
What is
The harpy decided to have a conversation with me, and I sent Steven instead. And then Hunters crashed the party.
What is up with your coterie and just getting into all sorts of trouble?
I have no idea, but Beth met with the Giovanni, and now she works for them.
That might actually end up being good, actually.
Pray tell.
If she's better than the alternative and more useful, they will 100% like stab them in the back. Given what the alternative is, have her be extra useful, okay? Or try to. I mean, I know you.
It's a plan, I suppose. I wasn't really sure what to do with that one. Yeah, Shiloh was the one who met Gregor, so like literally the entire coterie had a great time.
Shiloh's lucky that she got out alive.
Yep. But that's why there's a blood hunt now.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I would warn Shiloh of exactly who she was dealing with.
Yeah, that's a
time
conversation
frame.
I'm not looking forward to having. I told her a little bit.
Maybe leave out like country of origin and time frames, but you know, profession, and sorts of things that he did when he was still mortal might not necessarily be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Tell everybody that.
You're right. Putting context to that would definitely help.
Yeah, so they know, just run away. Don't even mess with him.
Yeah, he did that stupid questions game.
I hate that crap. Made it even worse when like we drank enough of his to actually do something, so we had to.
You're telling me.
At least you were able to get out.
Yeah. It
I don't
was,
blame you.
if I had stayed, I would have been killed. You know that.
I said I don't blame you. I would have, could have, couldn't. So
Yeah. I couldn't do anything other than what I did to get away.
anyway, next you're gonna tell me that I don't know, tomorrow the sun's gonna catch the world on fire or something.
Not necessarily. So on top of the Cyril thing, he is apparently working towards attempting to bring people back from the beast taking over.
And it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world as long as he's doing it responsibly.
Define responsibly.
Small numbers, high containment.
High containment, yes. Extremely high containment. He has a
What kind
lot
of
of
numbers
whites.
Like, what kind of numbers are we talking about?
More than 20? I didn't get an exact count, but somewhere between 20 and 30.
That's a problem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he is trying to bring about the fall of the cam, at least in here, I guess. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, he's trying to get someone to take the powers of the Baron before he offs him.
That's yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, I don't exactly think that's going to happen. It would be useful, but
it would have to be a progressive step up. But even at that point, like, we know how that process works. You better than anybody.
You do? I do. It's rough.
Exactly. It's not something that you're going to be able to do overnight. It's not going to be something that you're going to be able to do in a couple months' time. So, what's the timeline that he's got?
He originally said if he didn't find someone able to do it in 6 months. But potentially upping the time frame once he realized he wasn't in torpor.
Okay.
I don't necessarily disagree.
You didn't volunteer, did you?
No.
Okay. You are smarter than people give you credit for.
They messed with my mind, and it's very difficult to overcome things like that. So I can't.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I've been keeping something kind of hidden. I know somebody that might be willing. They're a bit crazy as it sits. They're young, though. That's the problem.
Okay. Did you
And by crazy,
sire someone?
no, definitely not. By crazy, I mean, well, they fit the bill. Let's put it that way. You had to guess. And by young, I mean relatively young. Not as old as you, actually.
Okay. Still, younger than several centuries.
Yeah. Which that's the only problem is, but they're they keep the Madness Network very under wraps.
Malkavian.
Yes, they do an extremely good job of like suppressing it. Might be worth trying.
Are they in the same mindset? I don't know about you. I still, for as horrible as things got, the Sabbat had good ideals when they started.
Right. They were a Sabbat spy down in Tampa. I think they're still down in Tampa, but they're much further out of the scene, as it were. I can get a hold of them. See if it's something that they might be willing to do. They can come up here and they can potentially also take place of a certain soon-to-be prince as well.
Really? Do we want another Malkavian there? Especially one who might do that?
Probably not, but I mean...
That's a large portion of power to be granted on top of a baronship.
Right. Like I said, probably not, but temporary.
Samal knows some people, but you would?
I would, but given circumstances, anybody finds out, they're gonna not respect it.
Dante will vote for you. I would. Johnny might.
I doubt it.
Might. I don't know.
I haven't spoken with him ever, so I don't know. But the second somebody finds out, they're So
What do you think they would do to me? Why do you think I wanted that position? Because it's a little bit harder to have gone against me now.
Right, but at least you have a clan. I don't.
They don't need to know that.
I mean, given disciplines that I can do, I don't really fit anything.
I know several I shouldn't. I'm pretty sure Shiloh knows a couple she shouldn't too.
Right, but you can still, shape change and see and hear things better, and you got animal stuff. I don't have things that go together at all. It's just stuff that kind of comes to me.
We can work on some of it if you want. It's up to you. I'm not going to enforce this on you. If you want it, we'll figure out a way.
I'll think about it. How about that? Does that sound good?
Yeah. Obviously your choice. Because we have that now.
It's an amazing thing. Choice. Right?
Yep. I think that's all the batshit insanity that has happened to catch up on. How have you been?
I got a hold of really good liver the other day. That was fun.
That's great.
It's a little bit fatty, but not too bad, Guy ran into a telephone pole.
On accident, or someone else did it?
No, he was drunk. He, flipped the car, ran into the telephone pole. Neck down, perfectly fine. Neck up, not so much.
Oh, that's... You prefer neck and below anyway, don't you?
Yeah, brains. Let's not get into details on that one. Texture's a bit off. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough.
So yeah, no, like heart, liver, sometimes kidneys, depending. But yeah, it's kind of I've been just working like that. Like I said, they're gonna be making me take vacation here in a little bit, so that I have to take at least a week. So I'm gonna just take a week during Elysium, and just.
And just what?
And just kind of show up for a couple minutes and leave.
Yeah.
See who all shows up.
I need to talk to the others. I'm definitely planning on going. And I might pull out an outfit from the old days just to piss her off.
Oh, I can pull out one of mine.
We'll have a good time of it. I'm gonna let the hair go back to how it used to be too.
Really? Okay.
No point anymore. They all fucking know I was Sabat.
That's fair. It's hard to hide, though. Once one person knows, everybody knows.
I would much rather them find out about that than other things. So if they think they got my secrets, I'm happy.
Let's let them think that's where you stop.
Yep.
Anyway, I might really make her mad and pull something out from my dad's wardrobe.
Oh, you managed to find that stuff again?
I went back to the old farmhouse, and it's a bit moth-eaten, musty, but I can wash it. It's sweat stain, dirt stain. It looks disgusting. It's actually clean now. I wear it as Halloween costume.
Nice. Yeah, I plan on trying to piss her off as much as possible. Because if she does something to me there, then lots of people should be coming down on her.
Yeah.
And she thinks I'm easy to control, so won't this be fun?
We'll see. We'll see exactly how easy people are to control. Anyway, if you don't have anything else, I probably should start getting back. I know it's a little bit before a half hour.
Yeah. Sorry to throw all this on you at work.
No, it's fine. I just have to act like I'm eating, and then act like I'm using normal facilities.
Right. Keep in touch.
Yep, I'm gonna go force myself to eat a sandwich.
I don't envy you. I just occasionally have to drink some alcohol.
I would prefer that, but yeah. Anyway, have a good night. Stay safe. If you need anything else, obviously you know where I'm frequent.
Yes. She will give him the address to her new home. Not many people know about this one. This is where I'm actually staying.
Oh, good. It's not above a bar.
No, forgot about that one. I have a baby Zamitzi staying there now.
You're insane.
Yeah, I know. I'm somehow responsible for him right now. It's interesting, to say the least.
Yeah. You're insane.
There's a reason I haven't been able to process much.
Yeah. I'll be in touch.
Yeah. I'll be available.
And he makes his way back inside.
Tory will make her way off.
Alright. And then you want to get a hold of Samal.
Yep, Samal, and then potentially Larry and Blood Sorcery stuff. I think that's my list.
Yep. So, regarding Larry and the Blood Sorcery stuff, that one's pretty straightforward, actually. You kind of try it a couple different times. It doesn't work the first couple times properly. Because which one are you specifically doing?
She would try and get the ritual down first before, just to clear off the rusty gears for the blood sorcery and self-teaching before it comes to the self-experimenting that she might be doing.
Okay, so specifically the revitalization one, right?
Yeah, that is the one that we had talked about where she could imbue it with other spirits and stuff, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So that one, you can get a hold of some blood bags just for real simple ease for this one. And like I said, first couple times you try it, you destroy it basically. It was already pretty congealed, but it turned into full-on jello.
Gross.
Yeah. So you're just I'm gonna just kind of get rid of this stuff. However, after the third or the fourth time, it actually takes two. It goes back from that really dark red to a almost crimson color. It's not super viscous. It's thinner like it's supposed to be. It seems to have melded together. Larry tries it for you. He's like, yeah, no, I think you did it, actually. Good job. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen somebody other than a Tremere do something like this, actually.
I learned it from a Tremere.
mean, that doesn't surprise me. Anybody that I would know, potentially.
I would really hope you didn't have many connections with Gregor.
I don't know Gregor.
I'm very glad about that. Worst of the worst.
Unfortunately, that's kind of a running joke as far as my clan is concerned.
He did experiments prior to being a Tremere, so like it's not good.
Oh. Like pre-50s.
Same nationality as me.
Yeah, just judging by name is what I'm going off
Yeah.
of. Great.
Yep.
Wonderful. That one should have been a Nosferatu. So inside matches outside.
Yeah. And that's where
Anyway,
this comes in. And then she'll start the other stuff.
And he'll just kind of sit back and watch. And over the course of 3 or 4 nights, you learn some stuff, which we will cover when it comes up later.
Okay.
But you spent the experience on it, right?
I did.
So therefore you learn it.
Awesome.
Not going to make you like make rolls or anything.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
No, sorry, because the face. Anyway. Moving on to your final punch list item.
Yes. Well, you added this one on.
The Samal.
Yes.
You are actually kind of working away your normal thing, your normal schedule. Taking care of dogs, and Samal comes walking into your new place because you've given him that address.
Yes. Yeah, she'd be working on training the puppies.
So he actually comes walking into your new place. Rather than his very traditional loose-fitting clothing. His black jeans, leather jacket, and a black button-down shirt. The hair that you know he keeps rather long, apparently he has cut short. He comes walking in. Tory.
Samal, you've changed some stuff up.
It's more acceptable now. Less noticeable.
That is true.
I've had my talk.
How did that go?
She insists on calling it at the Elysium. Saying that I helped destroy her pet.
Right. And what proof does she have?
The fact that I am on a camera near the building that caught fire.
Because that couldn't have been any La Sombra.
Exactly. Now, that being said, I will tell you, and I will tell your friends, when she calls that, I will be waging war on her specifically.
Inside Elysium?
No.
Okay.
I will hold that tradition to what it's
There's-
supposed to.
Not many that I like, but I actually kind of like that one.
She can call it. They can do whatever they want. I will give her 12 hours to make her arrangements, and then I will be waging war. All of her all of her associates, all of her ghouls, one by one, I will be taking out.
Yeah,
If
that's good plan.
if you do not hear from me for over a month, assume that I am dead. I do not want you to follow me.
All right.
As far as your friend, I will do my best to protect her as well. That you may follow me.
I already intended to do that. I intend to make it known at the Elysium that I am standing fully against her. And anyone that tries anything.
Right. I have talked with the Malkavian, the other Gangrel, and the Ventru privately. The Malkavian will not aggressively opposing, will not support.
Of course, his neutral ground.
Oh no, not neutral. The opposition.
Apparently.
The opposition will be obvious. However, he does not possess the physical qualities to oppose.
Not everyone does, that's fair.
Neither do any of his workers or associates. They are more spies. They're great for spies.
Not exactly surprised.
Now, the Gangrel, very typical, which I believe you have already talked to that one.
Yes, we had a fairly long conversation about many different things.
Good. So you understand his stance, and you understand that I will be using his army, mine as well.
Good. He's nice, but he doesn't have a lot going on up there. Maybe you can use it better.
Yes, he has some of my people, some Nosferatu, the Samitsi that I plan on talking to very shortly, next couple nights.
Cyril?
No,
Ah, a different one.
yes, not as old. Probably for the best, as far as it's concerned. Also has a couple thin bloods that have hidden in his domain. Apparently they are able to produce sunlight.
Ah,
Worst case scenario, I leverage them.
yeah?
They are,
That's a very potent ability.
yes, they are, what one would call the nuclear option.
Yes.
Do not want to use them. I am willing, if need be.
I understand.
That being said, if you hear of me bonding a slew of kindred, it's true. But it is for mutual benefits.
I know you don't like doing that.
Not my first choice. However, if it helps them keep their nerve, it will help all of us.
If I can
Now.
help you in any way, let me know.
That is what I was going to say. I, for lack of a better term, am your general. Those two adamantly against Carissa. The then true wants nothing to do with Carissa. But went on muttering about lower clans and how he should be the leader. That being said, does not want anything to do with Canaria or their politics, or really anarch politics. Wants his own domain, independent of everyone. Given what all has happened, we need to sway him to at least help.
I won't be able to do that.
No, but you have two that might.
Shiloh and Steven.
Correct.
I can ask them. At least he might actually listen to them. I doubt he would hear a word that came out of my mouth.
Well, he will hear it. He will just not heed it. Unfortunately, that is a common theme with your level. Now, being said, I am your sword. Point me properly.
I don't know how much we want to rile up before Elysium. Because at least knowing allows us to gather everything.
Right. I have given her my word to wait until she calls the offer. I have been looking for our friend as well.
How's that going?
He seems to have tucked tail and went back to Chicago. How long he will be there, I do not know.
Wynn implied we need to have a conversation about that.
Okay.
But before that, if you need another Samitsi, I have recently come into the mentorship of one.
Nurture it properly.
That's
Keep
my
it by you.
plan.
If you can rapidly bring them up to speed on changing physical aspects, might help your friend.
Yeah, he's new enough that he's just getting settled and finding his horde. Just.
So a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, good news. It does not have the negative habits. It only has positive that can be taught.
I was there when he was turned, so I got him fresh.
Advantageous. Then.
Yes. But worst comes to worst, and we need someone to do that. Well, there's another one.
Right. Now, the talk that Winfield said.
Yeah, it was about Gregor and the fires.
He kind of looks at you with a very typical blank expression, just kind of nods. Yes. I was hoping to not have to cover this with you. However, you are not around for the fires. You are not around for the Inquisition coming through and scattering us. Obviously, 3 of us made out okay. The rest, not so much. Our torturer, the Toreador, they were the first to go. They decided to rush forward with their knives.
No loss there.
No, probably for the best. Then came the other one, and then Charles was the last at that point. Everybody else ran off. Charles was the last one to go, as it were.
I assume not quietly.
Myself and Winfield, we did not have allegiance to Gregor. He missed his normal processes. So we did not feel the need to help that one. So we escaped up into the warehouse that we were at. Charles, seeing as they had been together for so long, and because they didn't necessarily like each other, wanted to fight for the same things, went and fought the first wave or two, and Gregor helped. And then the third and fourth and fifth came through and they got pinned down. I watched the entire thing. I am willing to say that you do not have much love lost for Charles.
There's a lot of complicated feelings there, but no.
So, the fact that he met the final death doesn't hurt your feelings. What are the feelings that you have left?
I had assumed that had happened.
The manner by which that happened, though, was a bit rough. You know, Gregor's not a very physical person.
Right.
However, weddings benefits him. He's willing to do anything in his power to make sure he gets his way.
Very aware.
So it probably is not overly surprising when I say he took an axe to the back of Charles's legs and debilitated him.
I wish I could say I was surprised.
And used Charles as a bargaining chip, saying that they could take him, do whatever experiments they wanted on him. He gave him to the Inquisition. Of all people to give, Charles was not the one
No,
to do that with.
not at all.
He knew far too much. He was able to do far too much. Not as big of a deal as, I don't know, a full Tremere with all of the knowledge and all the books, but
Those two were the ones that needed to not be caught. And you, like the three of you, were the oldest.
right. So, when I started in an electrical fire, and the warehouse we were in was an old cardboard packaging warehouse. So it went up fast. I saw Gregor come out with a woman, not sure exactly what manner. She was not in very good condition. Did not see Charles come out. I hope, for all that it's worth, he didn't make that. I cannot guarantee, however, I have a very sneaking suspicion that he did not make it out.
I hope he did not.
And if he did, I cannot guarantee that I would know him today.
Right. Lovely. Not quite sure how to feel about all of that.
Good news. No, Gregor is not Charles.
He is not.
I know if a very outside chance, if Charles is alive, he's not anywhere near here. That is why my sneaking suspicion is he is not alive. It's not like I could search through the rubble and find his ash.
Right.
So
There are ways to contact us, Ire.
do you know how to do that?
I do not. I'm sure there's a Tremere somewhere that does.
Do you know an old Ventrue
No.
that can call on a specific person?
I do not.
Perhaps that could be an angle to try to use your venture friend. Or hopefully soon to be friend. They might not necessarily want to deal with whoever made them that way, but if they are useful to that extent, explain some things.
Explain
see
what?
The fact that you are trying to get a hold, or will make sure that you cannot get a hold of somebody, that will cause more problems than anyone is worth.
It put me very indebted to him, and that worries me.
I will take care of the debt. I will make sure that there is no debt. Once we have an answer. Because the person that we would be needing to contact is part of the other sect.
Right. You sure Larry doesn't know how to do this?
Yes, I am sure. Unfortunately.
That'd have been too easy.
It would be. But good news. Ventru are tough, but I am tougher. So, if you want to go that route,
I'll have to think about that one.
anyway, I apologize that I had to give you that news, but at
I
least you
asked
know-
for it.
At least you know somewhat of what happened.
I very much hope Charles did not make it out of there. How would you have Gregor gotten the locket then? I guess he could have taken it. Seems an awful amount of forethought, though.
That is not something that Charles would have parted ways with. Not without further doing so.
Yeah.
My thought would probably be the agent, I assume is what they are, had taken it off, and then Gregor took it from the agent.
I'll have to think about all of that. Was there anything else?
I have looked into the hunters as well. I cannot find one.
That's good. Hopefully they followed the harpy back.
I would assume. However, I also would think that possibly they are just very good at hiding as well.
I mean, likely the case as well.
So, I will keep an eye out. I will keep an ear out, and I will be dressing slightly different to blend in slightly better. The haircut, I am hit or miss on, but I may keep it.
It works. It works for you.
Anyway, I will let you get back to your dogs.
Yeah, I just have to... It's a good way to, not think about everything.
Speaking of, which one is mine when it gets of age?
She will point one out. I haven't fully named it yet, so if you want something, let me know. But she'll point one out that's kind of on the fluffier side. takes definitely more after Kaja, but has like brown and black fur with a little bit of light gray on it.
He kind of takes a look at it, and we'll call it Kresa. Kresa. Kresa.
Okay. I will start teaching that.
And he kind of just like stands there and like stares at it for a little bit. I will be back before Elysium to see progress.
Okay.
I know you're very good at what you do. However, I would like to see how large, so I can get the proper bedding.
Right.
I assume, judging by those two, Betty.
Well, you realize where I got Blitz from, right?
I know. The ghouls were none too happy.
No, I don't suppose they were.
Even if he was errant.
Figure if they were gonna hate me, might as well make them.
Gregor was especially angry.
Good.
Anyway, I will, like I said, allow you back to your doings, and I will see you in a couple weeks.
You know the places to find me. What?
I will check here first.
Dipping back to the Thin Bloods, I know several Thin Bloods here as well, if you haven't gotten hold of any of them.
I tend to leave them alone and let them live their own lives. After everything that I had to subject them to, it was not something that I enjoyed doing.
I don't think any of these ones know how to create the sunlight. I made sure they know how to do the other thing, though.
Good. Good.
So, more daywalkers are nice.
Yes. I have more questions, but I can wait. Have a good evening.
You as well.
And he was walking down the street.
She'll alternate between, like, playing with the dogs and kind of staring after him, just completely lost in thought and not knowing how to handle the information she was given.
Yes. So, who wants to go first, Mary?
I will be right back.
I realized I forgot to do something during my downtime stuff, and I apologize. Can I please do it real quick?
Yep.
So I completely forgot about the restaurant. Thanks for the reminder. So I need to check in on making sure that that's up to date, and then I was also going to do like the super baby blood bond on the staff. Since it's only a drop of blood, right, for that one. So what I would like to do is just like mix it into like their drinks or a shot or something. If I had to do blush of no, I can't drink. I will pour myself a thing of water instead of vodka, but I will just like give everybody a shot. Be like, to our new place of employment, and make sure there's drop of blood in each one.
So,
All secret.
So, here's the fun part. That's exactly what your little bit was gonna
Oh, see, look at that. I'm perfect.
So the old place gets torn down pretty quick. New place goes up pretty quick because it's just a cinder block building. Footprint's not super big. You can probably get away with 10 people running it, and you've already got 7. So it gets thrown up real fast. They're putting in the rush or the kitchen equipment. It'll probably hold a total of 25 people, so it's never going to do a whole lot of business, but it'll do enough. During your ceremony of to the new place and all this fun stuff, and this is 3 or 4 days before Elysium happens. A gentleman that you haven't met before kind of walks in. It's I'm looking for Beth.
Hi, that's me. How can I help you?
I am a representative of your business partner.
Oh, wonderful.
We need to set up the financial arrangements. If you would please meet me in the office.
Yeah, let's go. Beth will lead the way to the office.
And he slowly walks back, and he's a tall, skinny guy. Jet black hair. He's wearing sunglasses. He kind of sits on one side of the desk, and you sit on the other. And it still smells like fresh paint and carpet glue, if you know what that smells like. It's not the best smell in the world. And he sits down, and he's like, so I need to finalize the business license as well as the accounting information. What do I put on the business license and the liquor license as far as business name?
This is Cheryl's Pub.
Cheryl's Pub.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It was a joke I made the first night, but I never thought of a better name, so that's the name I'm going with. It works.
And he slowly scratches it on the business license and the liquor license. Now, would you rather keep physical financial information, or would you rather do it electronically?
I mean, I could go either way, whatever's easiest and whatever Joey prefers.
Electronically would probably be best because we can still remote in and make sure everything is up to par.
Sounds wonderful.
Now, that being said, and he pulls out a small laptop. It's fairly obvious that that's pretty much the only thing you're going to be doing on that. He gets it all set up on local Wi-Fi and all that fun stuff. And if you run into any problems at all, you are to call Joey. And if he cannot resolve it, he slides a business card across. And it's just a big X on it. And in gold embroidery, it has a local number. It's you call me directly. I will take care of your problems. Now, that being said, I assume that you have taken measures to keep the people out front from speaking as to what our business is. Correct?
Yes. Drop of blood in there. Shot of, congratulations, we're opening up the place. They didn't even know, and it's wonderful.
Good. Now, and he takes off his sunglasses at this point, and he stares at you, and his eyes are this weird amalgam of like gold and purple. He's like, do not cross us. I do not mean to be scary. However, I know I inherently am.
Aye, Captain. I'm not planning on crossing you guys.
I want to make this perfectly clear. The mess with Carissa Hughes, you can have part in, but do not bring it here.
Okay.
If it comes to this building, you will see the light of day.
Delightful. That does not sound great. Okay.
Now, that being said, our business is concluded. You have a wonderful rest of your evening. Make sure that all of the equipment works before you go live, please.
Of course.
And he stands up and he starts walking out, and he gets to the doorway. He's like, oh, and one more thing. Who is your head of staff?
Cheryl, I think.
Good. I'll be having a meeting with her privately as well, but we will be outside. And he walks out front. You can hear him in that very same monotone, low voice. Like, Miss Cheryl, please come with me. You hear the door open. You can hear the car door open on the outside. And after about 5 minutes, the car door opens again. Cheryl comes walking inside. Doesn't seem to be changed at all, but definitely a bit quieter.
Cheryl, are you okay?
She kind of nods.
Sorry about him. Yeah.
Now, next up, does Buttons or Nen want to go?
I'll go.
Okay. So, yours really isn't super crazy. I am, however, blanking on what was the last thing that you wanted to do that was like, we will touch on that later?
Johnny's probably going to want to talk to Steven about what happened with the harpy.
Yep, that's the one. I knew somebody wanted to. I just couldn't remember offhand, and I didn't have it written down. So, Johnny, on a very, 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 very odd night, actually shows up at the butcher shop. He is driving the weirdest looking Honda Civic that you've ever seen. It's got green and purple and pink and yellow and blue, just all sorts of crazy colors. Looks like it's been spray painted. And Johnny actually pulls up driving himself, and like he screeches to a stop. He comes storming in the back and he's like, Steven, where are you?
Right over here. Just so you know, we are alone, so we're good.
I don't care. I'll just make everybody else leave. And he comes over to you and says, you talk to the harpy by yourself.
No one else was available.
And you're, well, doesn't surprise me that you're alive. What all did you go over?
He had questions about what was happening here. Was trying to find Shiloh, but I played dumb.
Okay. What else did you talk about?
Well, the Barney mentioned that he was Malkavian, so I kind of figured I'd bring that up, and he said he had something special that he wanted to give me.
Did you take it?
Yes.
And he kind of like grabs your face and like opens your mouth and like opens your eyes a little bit and like turns your head. And, well, you look fine. What was it?
It was a special blood concoction he had made.
Did it make you see things?
Yeah, I kind of went really rigid, and I kind of went on this vision quest in a void.
I love that. Anyway, you're okay though.
Yeah. I met a personification of the beast in my head, and a couple of other different versions of myself that sounded really feminine for some reason.
The personification of the beast isn't just in your head, sweetie. It's in everybody's. All of us have the same one.
Oh.
Well, no, nobody ever went over what the Madness Network is. Madness Network basically is when Melcav died, like way back when. He just became everybody's beast, basically. For lack of better understanding, just real quick, simple, easy. Madness Network, we all share it. So yours is the same as mine, it's the same as everybody else's. It just shows up differently.
Huh. Hey.
Yeah, it's you tell that to a non-Malkavian, they have no idea what we're talking about. They don't understand it really. But yeah, no, if we try hard enough, we can actually talk telepathically to each other. But you have to really try, and you have to be really old, and then there's some other stuff to it. I don't really. It can happen.
So, how would I go about learning that? Because it actually sounds pretty useful.
Stick around for about 1,000 years. You might learn it.
Okay.
But I mean, technically speaking, a really old one can talk to you right now if they wanted to. Like the harpy can't do it. So if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah. That definitely makes me feel better.
Anyway, the other little bit, the whole hunters thing, why did you throw the harpy in a dumpster?
He was being polite, and I kind of figured he mentioned the whole what was it? Showing respect to guests. So I kind of figured that would follow out to making sure he gets out alive. But the dumpster part was Barney's idea.
I need to talk with Barney, because the smart thing that would have had been done there would be keep the harpy for yourself, and then we can use it as bargaining chip. Would have been great. But it's okay, you still did just fine. They don't want to burn it and land it to the ground yet, which is great.
Yeah, that was another part of the reason why I did that. Kind of figured it would give us some breathing room, but not completely get the cam off us.
Yeah, especially with Chris's stupidity. Anyway, are you going to that?
Yeah, I'm going.
Dante said something about wearing my yellow hot pants and suspenders. I think I'm probably going to do that. I don't know. Do you think that's too gaudy?
I'm probably going to wear something even more obnoxious, so I think you're fine.
Okay, good. I have a feeling that we're all just trying to bother the Toreador at this point, since she's bothering us. Anyway, I just want to make sure that you were okay first and foremost. I know you had an eventful night. You're not mine, but I still kind of feel a little bit responsible for you. I know I don't have to, but it's just being nice. You're also not in my domain, so.
Thanks. I guess? Yeah, thanks.
Now, that being said, if you need anything Malkavian related, talk to me. Don't talk to anybody else. Again, you're not mine, so I'm not necessarily like responsible for you. But I might be able to help you. I might not. I don't know. I can teach you some stuff.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great.
There's this thing that we can do that I think I can still do. I used to be able to do it, and then stuff happened, and then I don't know if I can anymore.
You mean the dementation stuff?
Yes. I haven't tried it in a really long time.
Yeah, that Harpy brought it up when I was visiting him too.
Yeah, it's like a disease. I don't know. I might try to see if I can do that, and if I can, I'll try to teach it to you. It's a really useful thing, if you want to, of course.
Yeah, definitely sounds useful.
Anyway, I am going to leave you alone, and I am going to take that thing to the chop shop like I was trying to, because I'm bored of it. It's not fast enough.
You guys take it to Beth, she might be able to do something for you.
Yeah, that's the chop shop.
Ah, okay.
At least that's what I call a chop shop. Anyway, have a good night. Like I said, if you need something, let me know. And he just kind of like walks out without even like paying attention to what you say next.
Bye.
You hear it start up, and it's just obnoxiously loud. And like you hear like the tires screech, and he just hauls off. And yes, Beth, you do get Johnny like screech out in front of yours, like sliding him sideways. And he asks you to do something with it. Whether or not you do is completely on your own terms, but yeah. Now, Shiloh. You are the last one. And it just so happens to coincide with a night that we've already kind of covered. You get a knock on the front door of your work.
She'll get up and carefully answer the door.
You kind of crack the door open. You see gentleman, leather jacket, dark pants, dark shirt, very clean cut. Shiloh. We need to talk.
Yeah, sure. Okay, come in. There's a there's a evaluation room. Got a couple chairs and a table, and it just 3 doors down on the right. It locks from the inside.
Very well. And he kind of steps inside and makes sure that there's really nobody else around. And at this point in the night, probably not. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Goes in the evaluation room, sits down. So, I have good news. The good news, you will have people to defend you. Tory is very aware of the situation, and I will try to quell the situation as fast as I can. The bad news. Tory will probably be asking for your and Steven's help shortly. Maybe not tonight, maybe not tomorrow, but before the meeting.
Do you have any idea for what purpose?
We talked to the Vengers.
Talking to the Highborn clan's like trying to argue with a brick wall.
We simply need to have him support everyone else. We do not need him to like us. We do not need him to enjoy working with us. We simply need him to be willing to play ball, as it were. He understands that Carissa is not to be trusted, is not to be worked with, is not to be liked under any circumstance. And he supports that as much. So I will need you and Stephen to do your best to further the understanding that we have. That is all I ask of you. And in return, if you ever need to look different, I have someone that can possibly do that.
Are you really sure I'm the best person to be asking? I mean, God. I feel like every time I try to do something, I just fuck it up further, put more people in danger. Every step I take, everywhere I go. I knew it would be hard, but I had no idea it would be this hard.
Yes, however, you also try too hard at certain points. You try to do the right thing too much. Do what comes natural rather than the right thing. That means destroying a person, do that. If that means running away, do that. If that means showing your true colors, showing your true self, do that as well. There was a point in my life that I would have hunted you down and ate you for dinner. That is not who I am anymore. We can change for the better, we can change for the worse. That being said, do not get down on yourself for a couple mistakes. Do not get down on yourself for a couple mishaps, missteps. Do exactly as it is that you have been doing a very good job. The outcomes were not beneficial. The outcomes were not anticipated. At some point, you have to understand that that is not your life. At some point, you have to understand that setbacks will happen. And, well, I do not know your history, and I do not wish to know your history, since it is yours, not mine. I have not lived it. I have not had the pains, have had the successes, have had the anything. Just all I know is when I met you on the streets, burning. Had I not saved you then, you would not be here. That was a success. Might not have felt like it. And we might not necessarily be called friends. However, we have a common friend. So as long as she is alive, I will do everything in my power to make sure all of her friends are alive. I would out Winfield for what he is if Tory did not care about him. If it was beneficial. To speak frankly, I would do the same with you if Tory did not have a reason to keep you around. You are growing on me, so that feeling is subject to change. But at least you know my stance on things. If I can be honest and open with you, then I can be honest and open with anybody here. And I hope that you take that as a sign of trust.
I think I'm starting to figure out how to trust again.
That is the hardest thing for us, especially when we all have had many issues in the past. We have secrets. All of us have secrets. No matter how much we tell each other of our pasts, there's still so much more. I don't know everybody's secrets. I know some. But I do not know everything. And the day that I learn everything, I will walk into the sunlight. And I will take all of those with me. With that being said, I hope that this trust building shows you that when I say I will do everything in my power to keep you safe, it's good enough for you to trust it, to know that I mean it.
Yeah.
there is almost anything that you need. I have a liaison that you can go between now. They can find me at certain times of the day, give me messages. And they pull a small piece of paper out of their pocket and they kind of hand it to you. I give this to you specifically. If you're being followed, let me know. If you're being watched, let me know. If you think any of that is happening, let me know. If you feel uncomfortable, let me know. You are an empath. Use that to your advantage.
She'll just kind of look at the paper and nod. Speaking of trusting your gut, I probably have no right to ask this, but is Tory okay? I mean, I know she's not like okay, but
As okay as one can be, given recent events. I also had to give her a bit of news earlier that she did not enjoy. It was about her sire. Good news. To the best of my knowledge, they're dead.
was... No, that's...
No, ask.
Was there more to this Gregor than what I'm being told?
There is. I will let Tory tell you exactly the amount Tory wants to tell you. However, I will tell you that yes, that was a very dangerous individual that you survived with. That being said, also Tremere, which I feel like you knew. I will allow Tory to finish that conversation. Ours, unless if you have something else for me. I will end here.
No, I... Just... Thanks.
Thank you. And he kind of stands up, walks over to the door. So take care of yourself. And remember, if you feel like you need to hide, look different, let me know. I do have a Semitsi. I know it's not ideal, but it will work.
It's not a Tremere.
This is true. And he opens the door and he kind of walks out. Now, the night before Elysium, I assume that everybody meets up.
Stephen's bringing corkboards and the map of Carissa's building, along with the map of the general area.
Okay.
Where are we meeting up at? And is it just us, or are other people coming?
It would be just you.
Secret Coterie house? Check and make sure we're not followed.
No, not followed.
Good, Tory would throw red again if he was trying something.
Nope. But real quick, like going back to the whole serial thing, you check in, you get a deal set up. There's not a whole lot of conversation to be had there.
He would inform him about the person that Winnie might know, saying that she's checking in on someone potentially.
Okay. Also, he does inform you that he will be at Elysium.
Oh, good.
It will be later in the evening to be fashionably late.
He's asked him to do what he can to piss Carissa off the Toreador. Because everyone else is too.
Yep. So anyway, back to Secret Coterie House. Steven shows up with maps. Beth shows up with vehicle that isn't like outlandish, I assume.
Is Tori's motorcycle fixed by now?
Yes.
Tori will pull up
It'll
on
just be a
that.
couple days. Yep. And then Shiloh.
She'll call an Uber and get dropped off a block or two down.
So, yeah, you all show up. And I will allow you to spearhead this conversation as you so see fit.
We haven't really checked in with each other over the month. Everyone okay?
Yep, doing fine. And Steven's just going to start setting up the cork boards.
What you got there,
I'm
Steven?
good.
I got the layout plans for where Elysium's taking place.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, bit of bad news though. Elysium's going to be taking place on the 3rd floor.
I'm sure if we have to jump out a window, we'll live.
Yeah, if we have to leave, it's probably good to get out of there quick, because I'm pretty sure as soon as we leave the restaurant portion, it's going to be game on for Shiloh and Samo.
Oh, I'm sure. Shiloh, how are you?
Could be better, all things considered. I should probably apologize for snapping at you last time we met.
You snapped at me.
Yeah. You were talking to Beth, and I thought you were talking to me because I was stressed out.
Oh. It didn't even ping on the radar. There was so much else going on.
Oh, still.
We need a game plan.
Yeah.
So we're all gonna dress really obnoxiously. And do everything we
Okay.
can to make her mad.
Okay.
Like, what kind
Dante's-
of obnoxiously? Like, wearing bikinis and Speedos?
I mean, if that's
Or-
what you want to do, sure. I'm gonna dress like it's 90s goth again.
I found this Deadpool shirt that I'm sure will annoy her.
Okay.
It's him riding a unicorn through space surrounded by chimichangas.
Perfect. She's apparently got a thing with food, so that's perfect.
Oh my god. Do you think we could get hot dog costumes?
No.
I mean, anything's
Why not?
possible with the
I don't-
internet, Beth.
I should go look to see if we can get a costume from the costume shop. It's not Halloween, so, you know.
Who's going to wear it? Are you?
I'll wear it.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's a good idea for me to stand out right now.
No, we need to make you not stand out, I think.
So, small.
Do you even want to
the other
go?
night. To be honest, no, I really don't want to go, but I also don't want to throw you guys to the wolves, and I know that Elysium's probably, ironically, one of the safer options for me night of.
It probably would be,
potentially.
but if you don't want to go, then don't go. No one is going to force you to do something.
No, here's the problem I'm having. Part of me really doesn't want to go. Part of me just wants to
Run?
take off for the hills, but I also know the smarter part of me that I'm still working on knows that no matter where I go, they're going to try and track me down. Even if Carissa... Anyway, I'm sick and tired of running. I want to be more than this little pawn that they're chasing around the board, and I want to show them that I'm sick and tired of running. But I also don't want to put you guys in any more danger just for my own self-gratification.
We're standing here, right? Have you bound us? Have you forced us? Have you done any of your mental tricks to make us be here?
I don't really have any mental tricks.
Then you're not forcing us.
We're here.
There's no Valderay in the mix. No one's being forced to do anything. This is a choice. And that's important. So apparently this is our choice. So what is yours?
I want to be here. I want to be there. I want to stand up to Carissa, and I want to see her go down.
Then that's what we will do. I can't promise you'll actively see her go down, but you'll know. Or at least do my damnedest to try.
Oh,
and you forget, she's also not just threatening you. She's threatening all of us, bringing the camera down on us. You, the more active threat, yes, but it's on all of us. So if we let it happen, then we roll over and commit to the tower.
Has there been any other rumblings of malcontent from the general populace? How much steam power does her stance have?
Is that something Tory would have heard when she was combing the sprawl?
The sprawl? No. You know that there are some Camarilla in the city. Or X, or very recently Camarilla in the city. However, nothing overly strong.
Well, I haven't spent time in the other domains, but I haven't heard much here.
No, we can answer B.
But this is, a fairly independent area. It's a decent number of Exabat here, and I guarantee you they aren't going to be happy with this.
Enough so that they'd ignore or outright go against a blood hunt?
That I don't know, and they're not too happy with me, so guess we'll see. It's not easy to defect from the Sabbat, and I pissed them off when I left.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about the Sabbat beyond the propaganda that the cam likes to tote.
Not many people do. It's a conversation we can have later if you'd like. There's a lot to get into right now.
If we survive the next couple nights.
That's the plan.
We're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna work out, and we're not gonna die.
From what I understand, Dante's all on board with going against her. Johnny will be playing the background for us. We need to get Victor on board.
Yeah, Samal mentioned me and Steven going to talk to him at some point.
I wasn't aware he stopped over. I'm glad he did.
It was
But yeah,
pretty
we
recent.
need to get him on board, and with Beth and I being horrible, untrustworthy low clans, we need you.
I mean, I'm not great at conversations, but
Doesn't
if
matter.
we need to put Prissy Pants on board, I'll do my best.
You're a Malkavian, and Malkavian's a high clan. Worthy of respect. For the most part. Shiloh is what she is, so he'll listen.
Alright, so I know violence typically isn't allowed at Elysium.
Oh
but
no.
Would we be allowed weapons inside?
I've never been to one, but I don't think so.
Would Shiloh know?
It depends on the friends. Some allow them, however, they are expressly forbidden for being even drawn. Others just straight up don't allow them.
It really just kind of depends. I mean, even if they're allowed in, you pull it out, you're dead meat.
We cannot use any of our abilities.
Cool. How do they check
Which-
that out?
If it's noticed, you're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
So best just to not. How much did Shiloh explain about Elysium? I'm not very knowledgeable, but I know basics.
It would have just been... It was just basics. Just... Protection begins and ends at the front door. No powers while you're there. But of course that doesn't... Typically, you have the traditions of the Camarilla, but the secret tradition that they kind of keep to is don't get caught. They'll break their own rules if it will further their ends, but if they're caught, they usually either cover it up or blame it on someone else, so...
So, mixed bag. Just recommend not doing them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep some stakes ready and try to figure out somewhere nearby we can hide them. But I might put money on Cursa probably keeping the surrounding area watched.
Oh, I'm sure.
Even more reason for me to wear a hot dog costume. We can hide them in the costume.
Has anyone had contact with the local Nosferatu network to see where they stand on this?
I have not spoken with Barney.
From what I've heard from him, he's probably not pro-Cam.
I didn't think he would be, but
They typically aren't. They're low clans just like us, Beth.
okay, I just want to put it on the record. I hate this high clan, low clan shit.
I do too. I hate the Cam, and I hate what they stand for. But that's how they're going to see things. Victor already started this segregation with Carissa even during the actual being barons. This is the hand we were dealt. Do you think I like being considered like that?
I should certainly hope not.
Absolutely not. It's true that many Gangrel are apparently not as put together as I can be. I don't like being thought of as a unhinged beast. Regardless, we can get hold of Barney if we want to see their thoughts on it. Or at least his. I think he's only got a couple with him.
I wonder if he has any blackmail that we could leverage against Carissa, should the worst come to worst.
I think he said he was gonna get me something.
So we might want to check in with him.
The Thin Bloods are staying away. Far away.
Understandable.
Cyril will be going. If we really want to make her mad, we can show up with him, maybe. That would be hilarious.
But would it be worth it to ostracize the other barons?
That's the question.
If you want to show up, Cyril, I could always go in early and try to listen for anyone who may be a potential threat immediately.
That's almost anyone that's going to show up there. Most of them will be.
Let's go together.
Most of them will be happy with a blood hunt, especially with Shiloh. And Samal, if they're willing to put up with the danger, he is got a lot to him. So, we can get hold of Barney. She'll actually shoot Barney a text saying, is there anything about Carissa we should or can know going into this?
He actually quickly responds. Heard you got the diary taken care of.
Yep.
That's got some fun stuff in there.
Apparently it did.
And one final text of something that you should probably look into. Look at her cheaper restaurants. And then he just sends you like a PDF and it's like 150 restaurants and it's like all fast food joints. You're muted.
That's very strange and interesting given the high-class air she puts off and how much she brags about her upscale restaurants.
Yes. And it's across like 5 different states.
Well, that actually makes sense. Usually the lower class stuff funds the higher class things.
Toreador are a bit different. They almost physically cannot stand lowering themselves for things like that. Anything specific I should check out with these?
I do have I do also have a copy of the restaurant she owns. I could check for any local ones.
That's the text
Yeah.
you would send to Barney.
Yeah. The list that Steven got is just local ones. Now, as far as Barney's concerned, I just think it's odd that a Toreador has this many fast food places. Especially when they're a foodie, as they like to put themselves.
I agree. It sounds like something very strange is going on here. Have you got anyone inside her house before?
No, but I'm going to work on it.
Let me know if I can help.
Big old thumbs up, and like it's the one that I like to send with the really big thumb.
Alright, well, we could check out some restaurants. There's a lot of fast food, which is weird. But I don't think anything specific is going on at these. Just the amount of them is very strange.
Never hurts, I guess.
I'm
Out
not
of curiosity, do any of you like immediately start Googling these places?
Sure. Beth is bored. She'll do it. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Tori would read off a couple of their names, or just show her the list.
Alright, Beth, give me an intelligence and technology, please.
Oh god, what did I get myself into?
It's basic search. I just want to make sure that you spell it right.
You successes, good sir.
Okay, that's good enough. So the majority of them are like very run-of-the-mill, like fried chicken, hamburger places. However, there's a string of like 25 of them that's a mini chain across South Georgia specifically. That if you weigh over a certain amount, your food's free.
Nice. That's funny. These places are one of those like death trap things where you're yay so big, get in for free. Like what do they call them? Heart attack restaurants or whatever.
You're muted.
That's very strange. Sounds like that should be checked out.
Yeah, I bet.
Gonna be honest, of all the ways for her to stereotype people, I was not expecting this one.
Yeah. Tori will send a text to Nix. Got anyone that wants to take a road trip? And get away from here for a little bit?
Send me an address.
She'd send an address. She'd send the string of addresses, or just the restaurant name. Our lovely Rose apparently owns these, and this is really strange.
Okay, you want me to just like check them out, or you want some to actually eat them? Eat there.
Whichever you want to do, just thought it would be something to check in on.
Okay. I'll take Marigold with me.
Let me know
Make
if you
sure
need
you get-
cash for. Let me know if you need cash for the trip.
No, we're good. Cyril paid us.
Okay, thanks.
And About 5 minutes later, you get a text. All right, leaving now.
Oh, that was quick. Thank you. The Thin Bloods are gonna go check out those restaurants.
Nice.
Okay.
Knowing people helps, apparently.
Yeah, I'm
Not being
starting
an
to
asshole
realize that.
helps.
What'd you say?
What was that, Beth?
Oh, I said not being an asshole helps.
That is true.
I'm only an asshole to some people.
To the ones that deserve it.
In my mind, yeah. Well, we're all going. We got some barons along with us. You two need to talk to Victor, whether it be tonight or tomorrow. Definitely before this happens. Not sure how the exit's gonna go. We need to probably smuggle Shiloh out as we leave.
Oh, I should probably tell the rest of the Coterie. I already told Tory about this, but I'll tell you too. In the event that I do not survive the whatever happens, whether that's by my own hand or by someone else's hand, there is a zipped file on my laptop that needs to get to Franny.
Sure.
Don't worry, we'll make sure you get out alive, though.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I should certainly hope so, but still, just in case.
Given the fact that it might come up, I figure I should warn you all. I don't know if Gregor is going to show up or not. I very much hope he doesn't, but if he does, please stay the fuck away from him. You were very lucky, Shiloh.
I mean, I kind of assume that with any Tremere that crosses my path, but I'm assuming there's more to him than just that.
He, even as a human, made most Tremere appear humane.
That's saying a lot.
I'm sorry, what one is him again? What does he look like again? I forget. Actually, I honestly don't remember if Beth was ever told.
I don't believe she was. Hang on, let me find that.
Beth was not ever told.
I know I forget a lot of things, so that's why I'm like, I'll just play it off like I don't know.
So, I am of German descent. He is also the same. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Goes right along with everything that comes with that.
Oh?
Yes.
Oh shit,
I
I
got
should
ya.
have shot... Oh shit, I should have shot him.
Yes! Yes, you should have.
I didn't know then!
I
now
was
I do.
hoping that he would never come into my life again.
Well, more of a reason to kill him.
Yes. But don't put yourselves in
I will-
danger because of it. He is very dangerous.
Noted. Sounds like our kill list is also getting longer.
Mine hasn't grown.
They haven't grown per se, more like compiled.
Carissa's a new one on mine. But that's about it. Yeah, so be wary of him. Do not let him get you alone. Do not let him express interest in you, and if he does, get away. He likes to play a questions game, and it's just a trap.
Yeah, apparently.
Yep. I don't want to see him there. I don't know how I'm going to react to seeing him there. He did a lot of very bad things to me.
All right.
Yeah.
He's on our list.
Anything else we need to know?
And aside from forming cohesive escape route, not sure.
Yes, that is something we need to do. Is there any exits that we are able to see on the blueprints?
For the most part, looks like everything is up to code, fire exits, windows, all that.
And that's if she hasn't changed anything up since the blueprint off of the table.
Completely possible.
Probably very likely. We can try to go by and see, but... Actually, quick question for you. Is this the restaurant she had us meet her at when we first met her? Excuse me, as a group?
Yes, it is, actually.
Can Tory remember anything about it that might help?
Give me intelligence and resolve, please.
Does blood dice matter for this?
No.
Five successes.
Okay. And then give me another one. Intelligence in either streetwise or subterfuge.
Not as good that time, just 3.
Okay. So, from what you remember versus what's on the blueprint, there seems to be no changes. Obviously, you didn't see anything in the back, but you would assume that if the front's the same, the back would probably be the same as well. Especially since you see a service elevator that will bring stuff up and a fire exit that goes out the back. That's pretty much it.
From what I remember, I don't think anything has changed, but, you know, we weren't there very long, and it was a while ago. This is where we met her.
One thing that you didn't take notice of when you first went there that looks like there is a way to rooftop access as well.
So it's on the blueprint, but we didn't see it.
Correct. Could have been walled in, though.
She'll inform everyone of that. It doesn't help us much, but if we have to make a quick escape, we can roughly guess where it is.
To be
Better
fair,
than nothing.
yeah.
It will funnel.
Oh boy.
No, worst comes to
Well, I'm
worst.
sure. Yeah.
What were you saying?
I was just gonna say, I'm sure they'll be expecting us to make a break for the back exit.
I'm sure, and I'm also sure that they are maybe not expecting us to play by the rules, so maybe we should. Beat them at their game. It's quite fun when you can do that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if we could do that, you know, play their game and win, makes us look better.
You could just walk out the front door, Shiloh, and then we can cause a scene outside while you slip away.
A voice says from miles away, or she could just obfuscate when she's outside of the door.
That's what I mean. That's what I meant. I figured that was implied.
Yeah, but I'm getting more nervous about using that because I feel like the last few times that I've gone invisible, there's always been someone there to see through it. So it hasn't really done me much good in the end. But
it's better than nothing, and will hide you from
that is true.
Several people, especially if we make a scene.
That is true. Should we plan a rendezvous point in case we get separated?
Here.
Okay.
As long as you're not followed. To the best of your knowledge. If you are, go to see Cameron. He has the fire gun.
Okay.
That'll deal with some kindred. And then go to my new place and get him to let you in the back door to where I sleep. Only one way in, one way out, but no one's touching that door without some consequences.
Okay.
I had Larry put a K-Night ward on it.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Come by?
Yep. That door will put some pain on people.
Shit, should we just put out that I'm hiding back there and let them run at the door
no,
like
because that means they know where I live, and I don't want that.
Fair.
As far as everyone knows, I'm still at the other apartment. But get Cameron and get him to bring you there.
Okay.
That way the door can actually be opened without a problem.
Okay.
But worst comes to worst, head there. For any of you. So, yeah. Surprise. My door packs a punch. For you two. A K-Night ward is a blood sorcery thing that will hurt kindred a lot. So don't touch the door.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with worshipping Cain. So I remember you saying that was a whole thing as well.
Right. K-Night is a kindred. It's just another name for a kindred. But there are K-Knights who worship him as a god.
Which is frankly disturbing and concerning at the same time.
Right. See, it's a thing. But K-Knight's another word for kindred in that regards. But yeah, it'll pack a punch, so don't touch it. That's why I had to swap doors, because more people were coming to the apartment and it was going to be a problem. So if you noticed the door change, that was why.
Yeah. I just thought, somebody got rowdy and broke your door.
No. I had to make sure people weren't going to touch it. Almost happened a couple times. So, yeah. But it's not the front door to the new place, but I had like a hidden door installed, and that's where the door is. I also have a panic room down there. It's under the car thing, so there's also a place there you can go.
I mean, I panic no matter what room I'm in, but thank you.
It'll be difficult for people to find it. They can get in probably pretty easy, but it'll be difficult to find if they don't know about it.
Right.
That's all I can think of. I think we just walk in and out the front door. Play against their expectations. And then all hell's gonna come down on Carissa after.
I hope I'm there to see it.
Depends on how much you want to see.
Everything.
All right, then. Beth, Stephen?
Tory,
What are your thoughts?
I feel let's just let chaos reign.
Steven's studying the map, trying to commit it to memory. Possibly a random question for the DM. Would there be any way that would be possible to try to funnel people to make it more difficult to get them to follow?
Not in the sense that you want. You can block fire exits, you can block certain things, but as far as if they wanted to get out, they could get out. Kindred are strong, unfortunately. So you bar a door, they'll take a couple smacks at it, and then they're going to break it open. It'll slow them down, but it won't stop them. Not like a mortal.
Game plan, then? Do you want to go away on foot, Shiloh, or do you want to take a vehicle?
It'd be faster to take a vehicle, but I'd be less noticeable on foot.
Not if you're riding
But
with
I'd
someone.
That is true. It'd probably be a better idea to have a vehicle at least on standby.
Hey, Beth, you want to drive your new truck?
Sure.
Shy can actually hop in the back.
You could. Yeah.
And then just flatten.
Like we did that first night. Oh my god, Beth. Like we did that first night.
Like the first night.
Hopefully no fire will be involved.
Please don't get my new truck burnt. I like it. I mean, it's not really new, but it's new to me.
Your new truck is usually not the target of their fire.
This is true. This is true.
Stephen, Beth, Shiloh, do you have anything to add?
No, not really. I'll run like hell once we decide to leave. Or,
Yes.
we could potentially have Beth leave before us and hope she's not followed.
Yeah, we could do that.
Or I could just hide in the truck the whole time. Whatever's best for the long haul.
I think making a united front stand, at least all of us showing up, even if we don't stay together the whole time, would be more impactful.
Mhm.
It will be. I agree.
So even if, you leave early, Stephen or myself or both of us cause a distraction for Shiloh, we get the other Barons to help, whichever. But I think Beth leaves early and then Shiloh hops in the back of the truck.
Sounds good. As good as it gets, I guess.
And then maybe pull the truck to the garage and, depending on time, make it on foot to the house or a different vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I can get a really crappy beater car that won't stick out in the sprawl.
Yeah, you could swap somewhere in the middle of the sprawl and then have George pick up your truck.
Could do that.
That really funny looking Civic still at your garage, by the way.
Great. Okay.
You could just spray paint it.
It's already spray painted.
I think that sounds like a game plan for tomorrow. Are you two going to talk to Vic prior?
That's the plan, I believe.
Yeah, kind of figure earlier the better.
I know, Steven, you're kind of not comfortable with people having your contact information. Do you want me to text him and say, hey, can we talk?
Yeah, that'll be great.
Cool. So Shiloh will pull out the new old phone that she got and just send a relatively short but formal for a text, just like, Baron Victor, we have some business to discuss. Can we meet up ASAP?
About half an hour goes by. You receive one. I'd be willing to speak with you, however, I am currently busy tonight taking care of final business. However, if you meet me early in the evening at Carissa's gathering tomorrow, I'd be more than willing to discuss anything that you want.
Shiloh will read the text out to the rest of the group. Is that going to give us enough time?
Well, it's just a talk. Whether he does or doesn't, we'll figure it out either way.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not going to stand with Carissa, but it's more so because he wants to have his own princedom without it being a princedom. He doesn't want to be the Cam, but he doesn't want to be Anarch either.
So he wants to be independent. I mean, you guys taught me about this.
But
why doesn't he just say, hey, I'm independent?
But treat it like a mini tower, I think, without it having the rules of the Camarilla.
I mean, it's
I'm not
his domain.
quite sure.
Doesn't that happen already?
Baronship's pretty different. You don't really rule over the people. You're just kind of there if something goes wrong.
So, should he ask something of us in return, how far should I go in making promises?
I'd say use your best judgment. There's only so much I can repay. And I unfortunately may need to ask something of him later anyway.
Understood. At that point, Shiloh will look back down at her phone and say, that sounds like a plan. Your time and attention is very much appreciated, and send it off.
You know the old saying, can't have your cake and eat it too.
We're kindred, we can't typically eat it, so that part's out of the equation now.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Can't have your blood and drink it too.
I guess that makes more sense.
Speaking of, does Tory share the newfound talent?
I don't know. I don't know.
Tory and all of her secrets.
Did you look in that book that I was given, Shiloh?
I mean, I peeked, but it was all written in another language that I don't read, so I couldn't really make anything out of it.
There were diagrams and such. Just wondering if you recognized any of them.
No, I don't. Why, was this a blood magic thing?
Yes.
Anything you could make use of?
Yeah, actually, I know how to do blood sorcery.
Oh, so some good did come out of it. Okay.
I can use it to turn myself invisible now.
Okay.
So that's... I'm a little bit more able to help with recon in that regards because it's not affected by technology.
Okay. Very interesting.
Probably a little bit too late to do anything with it now. But I might be able to swing by early tomorrow and see what's going on. If you are showing up early, though, maybe we show up at different times?
Steven show up first, Beth and I show up together, and then you show up with Cyril? Was that?
I can, but again, that might alienate some of the other barons. I mean,
I'm not riding alone with Cyril.
No, I'm not saying we even have to show up with Cyril. It's just an option to make a stand against Carissa.
True.
Yeah, the other barons really do seem to be terrified of him. I mean, I kind of get it, but you do make a point about them being then they're alienated.
And if we need to get Victor on our side, that's going to make it harder.
Right.
Infinitely so.
Still enemy of my enemy. He does not like the cam any more than I do.
Well, at least you know he won't be the biggest problem tomorrow night.
Right.
Fantastic.
You can gently broach the subject with Victor. Because I'm sure I can at least talk to Johnny and Dante about it.
No guarantees. If I think I can push my luck, I will. But
Let me know.
will do.
It would make quite the stand considering she's the one who pit us against him.
That is a good point.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Then I'm going to return to my haven.
I'm gonna see if I can get a rush order wig. If not, I'll make do with what I have.
I'll let you know if I come up with any more ideas.
Beth, would you mind dropping me off at my place? I don't really feel like waiting around for an Uber.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Ride home?
I actually have a thing now.
Oh?
But I painted the flying banana for you.
You also fixed up the stuff for me, so you knew about it.
Yes, I do. I knew what you were talking about.
I have a vehicle now because apparently I'm doing a lot of traveling that I didn't expect to do.
Fair.
And with that, the Coterie gets into the vehicles that they so choose. Stephen, you hang out for the rest of the night, I am more than certain. Going over plans. Tory, you go back to the Haven. Shiloh, you go back home. Beth, you go back to the garage. Dawn comes. All of you enjoy your potentially final day sleep. And life goes on. What tomorrow brings, who knows? You just know that it'll bring something. And with that, I will break into a quick announcement because they still have to do announcements. Real quick, I don't want to take too much of your time because I know we're running a bit long. TPKrit.com, and that's spelled Total Party Crit with a K.com, has links to all of our things, whether it be podcast, YouTube, Twitch. When we get merch, because that is coming. Don't know exactly when, but it is coming. Check us out on Tuesdays. Faye runs her game. Check us out Thursdays, which next Thursday is going to be the start of a new Call of Cthulhu investigation, I believe.
Next Thursday is the 2nd, I think.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am, it is.
Yep, that's
Yes.
before my thing. So yeah, next week, which would be the 4th, I believe. I won't be available. For some odd reason, my wife wants to take my kids down to Florida or something. Who knows? So, believe in Above the Table Talk will be had. So look out for that. But the following week, we'll be back at this, and we will take care of Elysium. So with that, have a good night.
Have a good night.
Sweet dreams.